Story is a good one. And we're going to find out her why. I want to know her why. She started coming to me in 2021. We got her nails halfway right. They were there. And then I didn't see her anymore. But then when she returned, I was like, what the heck happened? Right? But now, today, they're perfect. So we're going to ask her and find out why. I know her story. She had acrylic on her toenails. So we're going to find out why. What made her wear acrylic. And also what made her stop coming once her nails were healthy. Why did she stop and then return with them back in the same condition they were in when she initially started?
In order to give you this answer, I actually got to take it way back to college.
Okay.
I got to take it way back to college. And up until that point, I had a lot of insecurities about my feet. A lot of people around me made me feel insecure about my feet. So, I mean, from the time I was probably about 15, 16, I started getting pedicures, going to the little shops. That went into college, and I would not be consistent with who I would go to. And so I think that a lot of that inconsistency led to my issues with my toes. So it got to a point where, you know, I wanted to, you know, go to nice events, things of that nature. But because I didn't really have an education about, you know, toenail health and all these other different things, I just kind of thought that my toes were a lost cause. And I thought the answer was, you know, if I want my toes to look good, let me put, you know, acrylic on the toe, you know, to get the shape that I want. And, you know, that would solve the problem. Lo and behold, that didn't solve the problem, you know. So, you know, when I first came to you, I think that's just when I realized, you know what, I don't think that this is healthy. I think I came across your Instagram page.
Yes, and how do you find me? So
yes,
Instagram, okay.
Yes, I came across your Instagram page. And I saw the before and afters, and I'm like, wait a minute, some of these kind of look like my before, or they look like my now. And so that's what, you know, ended up making me come to you. And, you know, like you said, I had the acrylic on. But again, at that time, you know, why I wasn't consistent initially had more to do with the fact that I didn't prioritize my foot health. You know, I would get the manicure, I would do all those things, but, you know, I wouldn't take the time to really pour into the true health of my feet. And so because of that, I just didn't make priority of it in my budget, you know.
Oh, gotcha. And
it wasn't until, you know, probably about a year later, I think, is when I ended up coming back to you. I finally just made the decision, like, whatever I'm doing is not working. I can't do this at home by myself, trying to use all these remedies that I've seen on YouTube. I really got to go to a professional, you know, and see what can be done. And that's what started me on this journey of being consistent. And even when the, you know, the toenail fungus, even when that began to heal, you know, that wasn't a sign for me to leave. You know, I knew that that was just the beginning. And so me understanding that that's what has caused me to stay. You know, I want to maintain this health. This is very important to me, you know, so that's part of the reason why, you know, I'm still here today. And I also think for, you know, for anyone, it's just really important to prioritize your feet health. A lot of these, you know, I'll even say manicurists, you know, including those people who work in, you know, beauty salons, you know, the nail salons, they're not prioritizing health, you know, they're just prioritizing the aesthetics of, you know, what your nails are going to look like. So I appreciate you because, you know, not only do you value aesthetics, you above all else, you value health. You know, and I think that that's the mindset that you have to have if you want to continue to come here consistently. You know, you have to value the health over the aesthetics, and the aesthetics will end up coming. And I think that I'm proof of that.